Hi, beautiful people. So I haven't been sharing on Facebook for a while, but here I am. I usually like to start a live like this around a full or a new moon, and honestly, we're in between. We're getting to a new moon shortly, but that new moon is very, very exciting. It's a new moon in that calls in for a whole new year, at least from the Chinese calendar, and a movement to the energy of what we call the fire horse and moving from the wooden snake. And I'm not one to really work with the Chinese calendar so much usually. But this year, hearing about this felt so potent. First of all, because the end of December didn't really feel like an ending. It was definitely something was moving, and there was definitely some shift in January. But I still feel like we're not quite there. So when I heard or understood that we're still in this wooden snake year, it made sense. And the snake is all about shedding and shedding and also there's like a slower movement, and it's very like down to earth, where the fire horse, as you can hear, it's about galloping and moving and transforming and basically faster movement. And I've definitely felt that. I felt the fast movement in February already, and it's only accelerating as we're moving to the 17th and beyond. So because of that. And I've even throwing a very special event on the 19th for it. If you're interested, let me know in the comments or a private message so I can maybe invite you. But basically, it's very, very important to me. And today I thought to share with you an energy reading about this energy that I feel, the end of something, of shedding, and then the beginning of this rush and move and fast forward pace in transformation. So also please put in the comments if you want your own personal reading. If you're not watching this live, you can still put it in, and in my free time I will send you a PM with a card depending on my availability. So please go for it and try anyways. And as always, I would love to start with a grounding song. So I chose a song by Bonnie Medicine that I've been listening on repeat. It's called In My Body. It's a beautiful song. I can share the original in the comments later. So I'm going to play it for you. When I am home, home in my body, I will be home, no longer lonely. When I am home, home on this earth, I will be home unto myself. I am home on this earth a mother gave to me. I am home in the river, I am home in the trees. I am home when I feel the wind blowing through my hair. I will stand on a mountain, I will cry to the moon. I will hear the call of my sisters of the womb. I will hear their song singing through. They are home, home in your body. You will be home, no longer lonely. When you are home, home on this earth, you will be whole unto yourself. So I bring myself back in devotion to the earth, where I sing of death and I sing of birth, singing I will never alone when I'm with you. And I will stand on a mountain, I will sing to the sun. I will bring the voices of my ancestors out. They will hear my voice to guide me. When I am we're lonely, when we are home on this earth, we will be whole unto ourselves. Yay! Hope you liked it. It was kind of hard to find or invent the chords. Let me know in the comments if it sounds good, because I just made that up. The chords, I mean, not the song. Song is by Body Medicine. Beautiful song, beautiful girl, and hey, cactus. Just jumped out. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. Yes, I was resourceful, and I found the lyrics, or I wrote them down, and I made up the chords, and that was my resourcefulness for today. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know. And if you happen to know the actual chords for the song, let me know. I've been looking, I've been searching. Okay, so I'm going to work with the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. It's from my teacher, Alberto Violdo, with Colette Baron Reed. It's a great deck. I feel that it's a really great deck for working with destiny retrievals, which is what I'm looking for. I'm looking at like the end of this snake year, and if we if we got what it means, that's what I'm looking for. And also, how do we make the most out of this fire horse that's coming up? So I chose this deck, and I will start by doing a spread that I like to do, which is a timeline, simple timeline, 3-card reading, and then I'll supplement it with another deck that I'll share with you later. And again, if you want your own card, just write in the comments. Also, feel free to write in the comments how you feel about the cards that are coming up. How does it show up for you in your life? Sharing is caring. All right, so we're going to start with the energy that just passed. What just happened, what we're just leaving behind, what we already shed. Interesting. So the card that showed up, I hope you can see this well. Look how beautiful this deck is. I love working with decks that have a lot of visual information. I find that it really ignites the intuition in me, at least. So what I'm seeing here, first of all, is the planets changing. Okay, there's Mars, there's Pluto, and there's the Earth, there is the sun, I guess, or maybe it's Venus. So this beautiful lady, masked lady, Purim is coming, people, is around all these shifts, all these planetary shifts, and it says first breath, beginner's mind. Okay, so what it says is that we're at the midst, so we've just passed, and we'll have more, but we just passed, like I said, a lot of planetary shifts, and we're playing with them, or they are playing with us. So noticing, even like I'm inviting you to look at your own charts and what are those shifts that happened for you. There have been a lot of interesting transits lately, and it's definitely telling us that these transits have allowed us to start something new, and it just passed. Okay, so this first breath, beginner's mind. So think about what you've just started, and even realizing what helped that shift, like what date it happened, check in the chart, like what happened that day, how are you connected? Because I feel this is an invitation to all of us to really connect with the planets, understand that we are not, everything is connected. When we look up at the sky during the day, during the night, we are connected to all these planetary creatures. There are beings that they're big masses. Of course, they're influencing us, just like someone that's like standing a bit too close to us is going to influence us, right? It's going to enter our space. So it's just, that's what's coming to me. Like really realize how these shifts are also playing out through you, and how did that assist in, breaking through, doing something new. First breath, maybe you went through something that allowed you that new beginner's mindset. I know that happened to me, so I can really relate to that in my own journey and what I've passed. This shares with me like some medicine work that I've been doing for myself lately that really allowed for a lot of release and a first breath of like fresh, light air. So that's a nice little recognition. Ariel, I see a request, and I will pull a card for you when I'm done with this collective. So thank you for asking. The next one is the energy that we're in right now, right? That's mid shift, like towards the end of, like I said, like it's the end of the full moon season. We're about to hit a new moon. um, what it's about. What's this energy that we're just in today? The energy that made me jump in and do a live again. Whoa, what a beautiful card. I'm just gonna show it to you first. See how beautiful this card is, right? All right. So we see that there's, first of all, there's a masculine energy. That's interesting because here we had a feminine, we have a woman. Here there's a masculine energy and has wings, feathered, a feathered being. So outer worldly and also calling about taking flight, certainly. Also, we're seeing planets here, and it's like in between those planets, in between times. So that's exactly what I'm feeling, that we're in between a shift. And it says straddling worlds, wandering between realms. So it is a very epic time right now to really be not like not rush into like this new year coming up or whatever, but really savor and enjoy this in between time. That's definitely what I've been feeling. We're in between this new energy and the old energy, and if we've really like cleared a lot already, then we get to just sit in that Hashaya is the word in Hebrew, just in being, I guess. So it's interesting that this is a masculine figure that I see here. The masculine is sitting in the being in between worlds. It's also telling me that the veil is super thin, and noticing the different energies and entities that are coming into our world, maybe even seeing them more. So notice I guess, the earth angels that are around you today. All right. And follow that, follow how spirit is moving through you in these changing times. How is spirit moving through you in these changing times? The next card will be what's coming, the energy that we're preparing for. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'll just show you. That's another, I guess it's a feminine figure, although this looks completely out of worldly. Maybe you can see the little face in that dust devil. So it's called dust devil. All right. And it says moving out of stagnation, which is exactly what I'm feeling this fire horse is about. When the horse is riding, it also raises dust. Think about a horse that's like riding fast in the desert and like raising dust all around it. So it's saying the dust will be moving, like a lot of stuff will be moving that's been there but's been like stagnating. Now it's moving out of stagnation and it's clearing, noticing what is clearing. And I feel that is collective. This is all on your internal world. Things are going to be shaken up and moving, but also out there. I feel that there is, we're going to see those dust devils coming up. And what's important is to remember that they're coming up to be clear. They're coming up because they're finally not stagnant. And when something, I just had this conversation, I've been starting to apply Kambo. I'm now a Kambo practitioner officially. It's very exciting in the beginning of my path, but still very, very exciting. I love the work with Kambo, with the frog. And with Kambo, I was saying how it's really helping you move out of chronic pain and suffering into acute pain and then release, and how important it is that to move through, if you're dealing with anything that chronic, that's stagnant, you need to move it into this like dust devil energy, into like acute pain maybe, and like a rumbling, because then it means that it's moving, that it's changing. And if you move it from being chronic to acute, then you can also release it. Acute means that it comes and it goes, where chronic just kind of stays and lingers forever. So this movement, and that's what I'm feeling for the collective. So just keep that in mind, that if something is coming up to the surface and maybe it's painful, maybe it's like maybe not pleasant to witness, know that it's been there and it's now moving from chronic to acute to be dealt with. And then to be dealt with is up to us. What do I want? Do I want to suffer? Does it make sense for me to keep suffering? Or is it okay to shout out pain and like let go of this pain and then go back into calm, into peacefulness? Which is why, yeah, so that's what's coming. I guess that's why I need to do this video, just to not alarm us or still be alarmed. So for that, I will also pull some cards from the Rose deck. So this is kind of to help it. This is from Rebecca Campbell, the Rose. This is a pocket oracle, really beautiful deck. and it connects with just the lineage of the rose, of the feminine lineage of the rose, connected to Mary Magdalene, to Sophia, to Shechina, to just like matriarchal wisdom. And I think for me, it always feels like, how can this hold space for us and nurture this process? So I will pull from this deck. First, with our first card, with this first breath, beginner's mind, what can we get? Same thing. So we got the bud, potential, it's happening, keep going. So something new is forming, something new is happening, keep going. Because when we first start, if you've seen a baby or a toddler start walking, at those first steps, they stumble and they fall, but we don't tell them, oh, you fell, so don't try again, right? It's like, keep going. You're going to learn how to walk this way. Literally, you have to keep going, and you will stumble because your legs are still shaped. They need to shape like the floor still. They're not fully shaped, but the more you try and you stumble and fall and you try again, you will succeed. You will walk like everybody else. So there's a remembrance of that. Notice if you did fall, if you try something new, do not give up. This was your first try. It's happening. Keep going. That's what this card is telling us about this beginner mind and potential. It's a bud. So if like a rosebud, it slowly opens, let it fully open. Yeah. All right. Whatever that means for you. Hope this helps. So the next one is straddling worlds, right? What's happening? We're in between the realms, seeing all those earth angels. So let's see what comes to us. Yeah. So when we're in between, think about it this way, that like, let's say you're taking the train, and let's say it's not a straightforward train. It's a train that there's a stop in the middle, and you have to switch trains. And at this point, you already took one train, and now you're sitting there waiting for the next train to come. What is the best that you can do? Are you stressed that the train didn't come yet? Or, just keep thinking about the train? Or what do you do? Here it says the rose garden. Enjoy the rose garden. Innocence, forgiveness, self-kindness. How can you see that you're, midway, sitting there waiting for the train to come? There's nothing you can do except what? Like read a book, meditate, speak to a good friend, maybe take a nice little nap. Basically, find ways to be kind to yourself and enjoy this in between time. And I believe that a lot of blessings will come. So this is right now. A lot of blessings come from this in between, just because you allow yourself to pause enough, or just take care of yourself, or even forgive yourself for anything that you feel like. For example, if it's about that beginner's mind and making mistakes or falling, forgiving yourself, reminding yourself that anything new, you're still, you don't know much about it. You don't know how you are into it. Give yourself some grace, some kindness. Okay? Give yourself a flower. Buy yourself flowers, that sort of thing. So that's hoping that resonates. And lastly, the dust devil, moving out of stagnation. Let's see what the rose deck has to tell us about this card. Yeah, a lot of cleaning. So the card came up saying the sacred waters, replenishment, health, and self-care. I'm also planning a beautiful one-day retreat into these sacred waters in Haifa. Also, PM me if you want to know more about it. In general, I've been working with two beautiful ladies. Shout out Allison and Brianna and Ashley that started all of this, about like really understanding the power of water and sacred water and cleansing. Okay, so the sacred water is also talking about mikveh, health, self-care, replenishment. Go mikveh yourself, like go clear yourself. Go to the beach, go to a river, take a nice bath with Epsom salts and clear, because the dust devil, things are coming up, and they're coming up to be cleared. So don't ignore it. Clear yourself. Pamper yourself. That's the invitation. Because when things are coming up in the surface somewhere, you're just seeing it, oh, it's coming up to be cleared. But then looking at yourself, what can I do? It has to do with your own cleansing, your own life. What is the dust devil that is now moving out of stagnation to you? And how are you taking care of it? How are you cleaning yourself? Caring and replenishing, also noticing what have you done, like maybe you started something new, it took a lot of energy. How are you filling up that energy for yourself, remembering that that's the cycle, and you're part of that cycle. So that's my energy update for coming up to the fire horse, coming up to the new moon. Yeah, so that's that. I think I will pull the cards out of the first deck, the Destiny, for Ariel right now live since she's asked. And anyone else that wants a card and is not asking for it right now, like I said before, you can still write, please send me a card, and I will send you a PM with a card later on from one of these decks, whatever I feel like. So lovely, Ariel. I will pull a card for you. Oh, there's a mushroom. All right, this is the card. I love it. It's kind of this for me reminds of the tarot card of the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor of the tarot deck, and this is called the Benefactor, grace and generosity. So it's a little mouse sitting on a mushroom. There's two of them really enjoying themselves. So this is talking about partnership, about love and friendship. It could also be like a parental someone, right? Because so who or even a spirit, right? So I'm seeing like the Amanita mushroom here, and maybe that's the one that's benefacting. But really, it's saying that first of all, how can you be a benefactor, Ariel? How can you give from your wisdom, from your love, from your care? How can you be that royal benefactor energy? And also, how are you receiving it? Are you allowing it? Can you open your eyes and see how is that being given to you, and really enjoy and bask in that grace and generosity? All right, that's for you, Ariel. And Maya, of course, I would love to give you a card. I will pull from the same deck. Okay. Mayush. Whoa. Very appropriate. I mean, we haven't seen each other in a while, but the sword that came up, the sword, okay, it's a sword. It has hieroglyphs on it. It's a magical sword, and it says it's the magician's sword. Confidence in your magic, Maya. Remembering your magic, confidence in your magic. Remember how potent your energy is. And then it's how do you wield it, right? The sword is a double-edged sword. It can be used for healing, for wielding, for showing strength, for knighting or uniting, but it can also hurt. So confidence in your magic, trusting your magic, and also taking it seriously. Okay, Maya? Hope that was helpful. All right, beautiful. Have a beautiful rest of the week. I love you all. Ciao.